Welcome everyone, join us today as we delve into the life and legacy of Benjamin Orr, the magnetic voice and bass player of the Cars, who helped define an era with his smooth vocals and timeless style. So let's dive in. Benjamin Orr, born Benjamin Orrichovsky on September 8, 1947, in Cleveland, Ohio, United States of America. Benjamin was born at 8:15 p.m. at Lakewood Hospital in Lakewood, Ohio. His parents were devout Byzantine Rite Catholics who had married on October 20, 1945. His father Charles was born in Poland and had children from a previous marriage, Charles, Dorothy, and Richard. His mother Betty was born in the Czech Republic, though depending on the year, it was sometimes considered part of Russia due to ongoing wars, and had two children from a previous marriage, Albert and Elizabeth. Benjamin grew up in Lakewood and Palmer, Ohio, and attended Valley Forge High School before dropping out to pursue music full-time with his local band, the Grasshoppers, in 1964. Unlike many musicians of the time, Benjamin's parents were both singers themselves and actively supported his musical ambitions. He went on to become proficient in several instruments, including guitar, bass guitar, keyboards, and drums. The Grasshoppers formed in 1962 with Louis Pratile, lead guitar, Jerry Zadar, bass guitar, and Sid Turner, drums, soon joined by 17-year-old Benjamin, who took on lead vocals, rhythm guitar, and occasionally drumming duties. In 1965, the Grasshoppers released two singles on the Sunburst label, Mod Socks, and Pink Champagne. Pink Champagne, written by Benjamin, climbed to number 20 on Cleveland's KYWAM radio charts. The band spent 13 weeks as the house band for the Big Five, a syndicated musical variety show produced by WEWS-TV Cleveland, which first aired in August 1964. The program was later rebranded Upbeat, and relaunched on November 27, 1964, hosted by Don Webster, eventually reaching a national audience. During their peak, the Grasshoppers opened for major acts like the Beach Boys, the Shangri-Las, Jay and the Americans, and later the Dave Clark Five. Their single, Mod Socks, became a local favorite, reaching number 14 on WHKAM in 1965. The Grasshoppers disbanded in 1966 after two members were drafted into the U.S. Army. Benjamin continued his music career with the band Mixed Emotions, alongside Joe Korelek, drums, Chris Kamburoff, rhythm guitar, David Gardiner, bass, and Jimmy Vince with Benjamin on lead guitar and vocals. The group recorded three unreleased tracks, Forever You Have My Heart, I'll Do My Crying in the Rain, and I Can't Help It. Later, Benjamin joined another group called Colors before eventually being drafted himself. After serving about a year and a half, he was granted a deferment and returned to civilian life. While performing with the Grasshoppers on the Big Five show, Benjamin first crossed paths with Rick Ocasek during a rehearsal. A few years later, Benjamin moved to Columbus, Ohio, where he and Rick reconnected at a party and soon formed a musical partnership. They performed as a duo, covering rock and roll classics and showcasing their own original material. In the late 1960s, they formed the bands ID Nirvana and Leatherwood, playing at venues around Ohio State University. Together they recorded a demo featuring four songs, Love Like Fire, Wake, Good Things, and Chalice, with Benjamin providing vocals on Chalice. These recordings remain unreleased to the mainstream public and are preserved in studio archives. Benjamin also recorded a solo track titled Julie Ann in 1969, which, like the earlier demos, remains unavailable to the public. Over the following years, Benjamin and Rick continued collaborating in various local bands in Columbus, Ohio, and Ann Arbor, Michigan, before moving to Boston in the early 1970s. In Boston, Benjamin and Rick, along with lead guitarist Jazz Goodkind, formed the folk rock band Milkwood, drawing inspiration from Crosby, Stills and Nash. In 1972, they released How's the Weather through Paramount Records, a soft rock album featuring Linkin Park, written by Benjamin. When Milkwood failed to gain traction, the duo formed Richard and the Rabbits, a short-lived band named by Jonathan Richman, which included future Cars keyboardist Greg Hawkes before he departed to join a musical comedy act. Next, Benjamin and Rick teamed up with guitarist Elliot Easton in band Cap and Swing, featuring drummer Glenn Evans, later replaced by Kevin Robichaux, and a jazz-influenced bassist, whose style clashed with Rick's rock-driven vision. Benjamin took on lead vocals without playing an instrument. The band caught the attention of WBCN DJ Maxan Sartori, who played their demo on air, but after multiple rejections from record labels, Rick overhauled the lineup. He dismissed the bassist, keyboardist, and drummer, with Benjamin switching to bass and Robichaud replaced by David Robinson. It was Robinson, whose sharp fashion sense helped shape their image, who suggested the name, The Cars, with the band officially forming in 1976. After a small warm-up gig in a motel lounge outside Boston, their first major performance took place at Pease Air Force Base in New Hampshire on December 31, 1976. In early 1977, the Cars honed their sound playing across New England and recorded a 9-song demo. Just What I Needed gained heavy Boston radio airplay, leading to offers from Arista and Elektra Records, with the band ultimately signing to Elektra. Their 1978 debut album, The Cars, was a major success, driven by hits like Just What I Needed, which Benjamin sang lead vocal on, My Best Friend's Girl, and Good Times Roll. Their follow-up, Candy-O, in 1979, soared even higher, reaching number 3 on the Billboard 200, with Benjamin singing lead on the hit, Let's Go. His voice and presence became key to the Cars' signature sound. Following the success of Candy-O, the Cars released their third album Panorama in 1980. More experimental than their earlier work, it produced one top 40 hit, Touch and Go, and peaked at number 5 in the US, though it received less critical acclaim. In 1981, the band bought Intermedia Studios in Boston, renaming it Synchro Sound. Their fourth album, Shake It Up, was recorded there and marked a return to a more commercial sound, delivering their first top 10 single with the title track and another hit, Since You're Gone. After their 1982 tour, the band took a 2-year hiatus. The Cars reunited in 1984 to release their most successful album, Heartbeat City. Its lead single, You Might Think, won Video of the Year at the first ever MTV Video Music Awards. The album produced several other hits, including Magic, Hello Again, and Why Can't I Have You? Drive, featuring Benjamin Orr on lead vocals, gained worldwide recognition after being used in a video highlighting the Ethiopian famine during the 1985 Live Aid concert at Wembley Stadium, although the Cars themselves performed at the Philadelphia event. Drive went on to become the band's biggest hit, reaching number 3 on the Billboard Hot 100, with its music video directed by actor Timothy Hutton. In 1985, the band released their greatest hits compilation, which featured the new single, Tonight She Comes, peaking at number 7 on the Billboard Hot 100 and topping the Billboard Top Rock Tracks chart. Following this success, the Cars once again took time to pursue individual solo projects. In 1986, Benjamin released his only solo album, The Lace. He co-wrote the music and lyrics with his longtime girlfriend Diane Gray Page, who also sang backing vocals and appeared on the album's back cover. The album featured the top 40 pop and top 10 album rock hit, Stay the Night, with an accompanying music video that received heavy rotation on MTV. A second single, Too Hot to Stop, was also released. Although it did not chart on the Billboard Hot 100, it reached number 25 on the album rock chart. In the late 1980s, Benjamin worked with Joni Mitchell's husband, Larry Klein, who co-produced The Lace. Benjamin also provided backing vocals for Number 1 and The Beat of Black Wings on Mitchell's 1988 album Chalkmark in a Rainstorm. In the mid-1990s, Benjamin recorded tracks with guitarist John Kalish's for an unreleased follow-up album to The Lace, including a rendition of Stan Meissner's River of Fire. Although the album was never officially released, several tracks still exist. Meanwhile, in 1995, Rhino Records released a 2-CD set titled Just What I Needed, the Cars anthology, containing all the group's hits alongside rarities such as demos and non-album B-sides. In 1999, they issued The Cars Deluxe Edition, a 2-CD reissue of their debut album, and Complete Greatest Hits. During this time, unsubstantiated rumors of a Cars reunion circulated, but no official reunion took place. From 1998 until his death in 2000, Benjamin performed with his own band, ORR, as well as 2 side bands, Voices of Classic Rock, alongside Mickey Thomas and John Cafferty, and the cover band Big People, with Pat Travers, Jeff Carlizzi, Derek Street Holmes, and Liberty DeVito. Benjamin would make one final appearance with his Cars bandmates in an interview for a documentary about the group before his passing. On a personal note, Ben was married twice, to Christine and Judith. He was also engaged for 4 years to Diane Gray Page and later to Julie Snyder. With Eddie Hartig, he welcomed a son, Ben. Beyond his personal life, Ben was deeply committed to humanitarian causes, working to raise funds to combat hunger both locally and around the world. He generously gave his time to others, playing baseball and volunteering with his local fire and rescue squad. In April 2000, Benjamin was diagnosed with pancreatic cancer and hospitalized. Despite his illness, he continued performing with his band Big People throughout the summer, appearing at music festivals and state fairs. His final public performance took place on September 27 in Alaska with Big People. Sadly, on October 3, 2000, Benjamin Orr passed away from pancreatic cancer, only 6 months after his diagnosis, at the age of 53, with bandmates Jeff Carlisi, Derek St. Holmes, and Rob Wilson by his side. As a tribute to Benjamin, Rick Ocasek later wrote and recorded the song, Silver. And there you have it. Though his life was cut short, his legacy with the Cars and as a solo artist continues to inspire and move fans around the world. His music lives on, a timeless reminder of the talent and spirit he shared with us all. Thank you for watching, like and subscribe for more videos just like this. Take care and bye for now.